This is Phil Kopp, the CEO of Conectric Networks. And the last few weeks, our Director of Platform Architecture and Engineering, Simon Prickett, has recorded a few nice little videos about how to use our Conectric Networks JavaScript gateway and sensor implementations for developers, our SDK that we released on NPM. So if you go to NPM, you can download our software developer kit, and then if you have some Conectric hardware bits, you can kind of create your own network and do some things. And he made these really nice videos using some popular cloud software platforms, and I just wanted to make a point. Those are really good videos. But my point is that I am the CEO of Conectric. I'm a startup CEO, and I'm not actually a software engineer. So I wanted to show everyone how easy it is for someone like me, who's not a software engineer, to actually set up a Conectric network. So I rolled my sleeves up and I decided that I was going to figure out how to do it all by myself. And not only that, but when I talk to customers, security is a major issue. So there's a lot of networks that do not like to be connected to the internet. So I also wanted to make a point that our highly scalable advanced IoT network can be used to create highly secure local networks also. So what I did was I went to download the open source versions of the cloud software that Simon used. I downloaded an Elasticsearch database, and I downloaded a Grafana instance, and I installed the Elasticsearch node on my MacBook, and I installed the Grafana instance on my MacBook. Now those are totally free open source software for download that you can install on a local server. So there's IoT vendors out there that sell solutions for hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. And basically, I have downloaded a free version of these softwares and installed them on my machine. And so I'm just going to show you how easy it is to make those work. So I have my terminal program up here, and I'm just going to start my Elasticsearch database that I downloaded. Let's see, what did I do wrong here? So there it goes. So my Elasticsearch database is starting up on my local machine. And to make a point, I'm just going to turn off Wi-Fi here, and turn off the internet, so you can see that I'm not in the cloud. And that's going to take a couple minutes to a few seconds to start up. And once I get started up, I have a database running on my machine that I can use to collect IoT sensor data. So now that Elasticsearch is started up, by the way, you'll probably see some nice slideshow. You'll see what my personal interests are on my computer screen here. So now I'm going to start my IoT gateway that I downloaded, my Conectric IoT gateway that I downloaded from NPM, thanks to Simon. And I'm just going to start that up. And you'll see here that it looks for my Elasticsearch database. It found it. And it found the indexes where I can store the data from my IoT sensors. And now it's waiting for me to plug in my Conectric USB router device. So you can't see it, but I have it in my hand here. And I'm going to plug that into my MacBook. And it's going to find my USB router. And then you'll see here now that we have lots of sensor data coming in. So these are wireless sensors. They're transmitting right now. I've got a few of them here on my desk and around my office. I've got an occupancy sensor, so if I stand up and I move, it picks up my movement, and you can see that it sent all this motion data here So that data is coming into my computer. It's going into my Elasticsearch database now. It's being stored. And every piece of data that comes in from our sensor has great information. It includes battery voltage and temperature, and humidity, sensor ID, all the things you would need to create a great IoT application. And they're really abstracted. They're just JSON messages, so it's really easy. Any kind of a web developer basically can work with this. And again, I like to emphasize, I do know technology, obviously, but I'm not a computer programmer. So, so this is pretty cool. It's coming in now. Now here's where it gets fun. I'm going to start up the Grafana instance that I installed on my computer too. So I can look at it through my browser on port 3000. And so this is my sensor demo dashboard. So I call it up, and basically I have sensors that I'm reading. These same sensors that you see here coming in. This is all sensor data coming in, and then it's being displayed here on my Grafana dashboard. So I have a sensor 8D12, it's a temperature sensor, humidity sensor, and it's reading 75 degrees. I have a different sensor, A946, it's reading 82. It's sitting by a computer server actually, so it's pretty hot. And then here you have trending information. So actually I started these up a little while ago, and then I turned them off, then I started them up again. So you can see our trending information is coming in now every 10 every 10 seconds. We get battery level, and I have here I have a switch, door switch, so I can basically trigger that, and you'll see the door activity coming in over here. I just triggered that. And then here's a motion sensor over here. This is when I got up and walked around. I'm going to get up, and I'm just going to do a lap here really quick. Oops. Almost fell down. And got a lot of stuff in the office here. Got to be careful not to trip over it. So you can see me walking around. And again, this is all locally hosted on my machine. It's not going to the internet anywhere. I'm just viewing it on my Safari browser. I've got another occupancy sensor I just picked up right here in my hand. And you can see that that one is starting to come in over here. So again, it's all wireless data coming in here. And we can visualize it for free, basically. Just on open source downloadable software. So again, to kind of make my point, I set up this Conectric network on my computer locally, not a software developer. It's totally secure because there's no internet connection to it at all. It's completely locally hosted if that's what you need. And it's all built on open source software that's totally free. So, you know, there are probably vendors out there that would sell you a solution like this for, you know, maybe a few $100,000, and you can actually just make one of these yourself for not very much. You just got to call us up and order some hardware. So just wanted to show one more thing. I'm going to disconnect my USB router. I just pulled it out of my computer, and you can see that it stopped here. And then I can go back to my dashboard, and I can see that the data is no longer coming in. This one updates every minute. These update every 10 seconds. So this is going to take a few seconds, and then we'll stop coming in. But you can see here in the trending that the data is not coming in anymore. That's because I pulled out my USB router, and my gateway is stopped. There's no more data coming in anymore. No more data. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. And then if I want to start it back up again, I just plug in the router. No software commands required. It's totally automatic. It's already picking up sensor data, and we'll see it's already picking up the sensor data. So it's coming back in here again. Super easy and very efficient. I highly recommend you email us at solutions@conectric.com, CONECTRIC.com, and we'll be happy to look at what you might need and how you can have an ultra scalable, very easy to implement and maintain wireless data network for all kinds of sensor data. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this, and talk to you soon.